Okay, today we see the examples based on consignment. Okay, so the consignment examples means accounting methods of consignment are classified into two categories. The method of accounting is of two. One is cost price method, another is invoice price method. First is accounting for cost price method, and second is invoice price method of accounting. There are two methods of accounting. Everything is same. I think you already studied. You studied or not? The invoice price method, cost price method. In the branch account, whatever you studied, the same procedure is applicable here. Whatever you studied in your branch accounts, the same procedure is applicable here. In the cost price method, consignor send the goods to consignee at the cost price of the goods, and consignee sells those goods more than the price stated. And in the second case, instead of sending the goods to consignee at cost price, consignor send the goods at invoice price. Invoice price means for the cost, he adds some portion of profit or some margin of profit to the cost, which is called as loading, and inform the consignee to sell that price or more than that price. Okay, that is called as invoice price. In invoice price, consignor adds some margin of profit to the cost and inform the consignee to sell the goods at the specified price or more than that specified price. That is called as invoice price of accounting. Okay, so in the cost price, goods are sent to consignee at cost price. In the invoice price, goods are sent to consignee at more than the cost price. Okay, and in the cost price method, there are three types of problems. You remember, there are three types of problem. First type of problem, in the first type of problem, there is no loss. There is no loss. The goods destroyed is not given the problem. What happens if the goods destroyed is not given the problem? Loss regarding goods is not given in the problem. First type of problems are relating with loss is not related. And in second type of goods problems, abnormal loss is there. Abnormal loss type problems. Okay, abnormal loss. And in the third type, normal loss problems. Abnormal loss and normal loss are both given in the problem. So in the cost price method, there are three types of problems. First type of problems will not cover the loss. Second type of problems cover the abnormal loss. And third type of problems cover the abnormal loss and also the normal loss. Okay. And in the same way, invoice price also three types. One is problem without normal loss, without any loss. Second is examples with abnormal loss. And third is examples with normal and abnormal loss. Normal and abnormal loss. These type of problems comes. Then what is loss? Loss in the consignment. What is loss? Loss is nothing but whatever goods left, whatever goods dispersed, whatever goods given to others without any consideration. If goods are given without any consideration, that is called as loss. Okay. If there is no consideration, but goods are left your hand, then that is called as loss in our technical term. Okay, that means goods given to a person without consideration, forcibly or knowingly or unknowingly. For example, theft. Thieves comes to your godown and left some certain quantity of goods. They carry some goods. That is the loss. Some goods may be destroyed by accidentally, some goods may be destroyed by fire, some goods may be destroyed by deterioration, some goods may be destroyed by way of the theft. There are so many ways for loss. Okay, there are so many ways of losses. And those losses are classified into two categories. One is normal loss, another is abnormal loss. What is normal loss and what is abnormal loss? All those things I will explain in the next class because I am not having this slide today. Simply I will give you the meaning today. Normal loss is the loss which is uncontrollable, which is beyond your control. Normal loss is a loss which is beyond your control and which is acceptable by the consignor. It is beyond the control of the consignor. It is beyond the control of the consignee. Whatever losses which you incur beyond the control of your capacity, that loss is called as normal loss. For example, deterioration. Deterioration is the example. Evaporation is the example of the loss. Shrinkage is the example of that loss. Shrinkage, deterioration, evaporation, sample taken, like that. The losses which are not under the control of the owner, that loss is called as normal loss. And the quantity is to be adjusted and there is no cost. This is the point you remember. And regarding the abnormal loss, abnormal loss is the loss which can be controllable. Abnormal loss is the loss which can be controllable loss. The loss which you can control, that loss is called as abnormal loss. The loss which is possible to control, that loss is called as abnormal loss. For example, the loss due to theft. Your watchman was dozing. In the night, the watchman was dozing or went to sleep and theft came and carried some goods. This loss is uncontrollable loss. If your watchman was on duty and he is awake, then there is no chance to the thieves. The thieves carried the goods because of negligence of your watchman. That is called as controllable. Then loss due to accident. If the driver is conscious regarding the rules and regulations of the driving, then the accident will not take place. That is because of negligence of the driver of the vehicle, accident. Then fire. Fire is also controllable. Because of your negligence, fire takes place. Okay. Fire, theft, accident, these are the examples of abnormal loss. These are the examples of abnormal loss. So, normal loss is the loss which is uncontrollable, which is beyond your capacity. And abnormal loss is the loss which is controllable, because this is because of your negligence. Because of your negligence, because of your mistakes, if there is a loss, that is abnormal loss. Okay, this type of losses we come, and I will explain the abnormal loss and normal loss in the next class with one slide. Okay, today we see the example based on first category, cost based problem without any loss, without any loss. Okay, this is the problem. You see the problem. In this problem, X of Bombay X of Bombay consigned 200 radios at rupees 400 each to Y of Calcutta. Y of Calcutta. This is the first sentence. Mr. X of Bombay consigned 200 radios. He consigned 200 radios, and the cost of each radio is 400. 200 radio cost is 400 each. If you multiply these two, you will get the total cost. So 200 into 400 is the goods sent on consignment. Goods sent on consignment, first sentence or first transaction. This line indicates first transaction, goods sent on consignment. Goods sent on consignment comes on the debit side of your consignment account. This is the first item. Then who is the consignor here and who is the consignee? A person who sent the goods is called as consignor. A person who received the goods is called as consignee. Okay. X of Bombay is the consignor. Y of Calcutta is the consignee. These are the points you cleared. The first point completed. And paid for packing and forwarding charges rupees 400. Freight rupees 1000. And insurance 600. X of Bombay consigned the goods. Along with that he paid packing and forwarding. Packing and forwarding charges 400. Then freight for the goods 1000. And he insured the goods for 600. So there are three expenses. One is packing and forwarding 400. Second is freight 1000. Third is insurance 600. These three expenses are paid by consignor. Therefore, these expenses are called as expenses paid by consignor. Okay, these are the expenses paid by the consignor. And this is the second item in the consignment account. In the second item, to bank. Under to bank, you write three items. Packing and forwarding. Second is freight. Third is insurance. Second item completed. First item, goods sent on consignment. Second item, to bank, completed. And you come to the next point. X drew 3 months bill for rupees 6,000. X drew a bill for rupees 6,000 on Y, which is later accepted. Accepted means it is accepted by the Y. Therefore, it is a bill of exchange. It is advance. The advance comes in the second account credit side, first item. Consignee account credit side, first item. Remember this. This is the consignee account item. And the same bill was discounted for rupees 5,900. Bill is discounted for rupees 5,900. Bill is rupees 6,000. Discounted for 5,900. And there is a loss of 100 rupee. That 100 rupee loss is called as discount on bill. Discount on bill rupee 100 you write on the consignment account debit side, or you may leave it. Okay. In this paragraph, there are three transactions. One is goods sent on consignment. Second is expense paid by the consignor. And third is advance received. Three transactions are there. First two transactions comes in the consignment account debit side. Advance item comes in the consignee account credit side. Clear? Then come to the next paragraph. X received the account sale from Y. X received the account sale from the Y, which from Y, which it appears 136 radios sold at rupees 600. 136 radios sold. He sold 136 radios at 600. If you multiply these two, you will get the total sale for cash. You remember this. 136 radios sold for cash. So cash sale is 136 into 600. 136 into 600. Then 20 radios sold for rupees 640 each to Sen and Company. Sen and Company. So 20 radios sold. 20 radios sold for rupees 640 each to Sen and Company means a person, means it is credit sale. 136 radios cash sale, 20 radios credit sale. How many total radios sold? And Y took 4 radios at 600 each for his own use. Y purchased 4 radios. Okay. This is totally regarding sales. Total it is regarding sales. Anyone tell me how many total radios dispersed? Cash sale 136, credit sale 20 radios. Y took for his personal use 4. Then what is the total radios dispersed? Total radios sold. Total 8 radio maridu. Yaru here. Yes, radio kalish kottidda. How many radios consigned? Yes, radio kalish kottidru. 200 radio consigned. Out of 200, 136 sold, 20 sold, 4 taken by the one consignee. 136 plus 20, 156. 156 plus 4, 160. 160 radio dispersed. 160 radio dispersed. Then what is the balance of radio with the consignee? In rest radio idavu. Kannadadalli kelakattini, kannadadavu ಹೇಳಿ. Out of 200 radios, 160 radios sold. What is the balance of radio? Yes, 40 radio. That is called as closing stock. Remember this. Closing stock. You have to calculate closing stock. I'll tell you afterwards. Okay, first point completed. 160 radio completed. This is the first item on the consignment account credit side. Ideli bartade consignment account credit side bartade. Consignment account credit side item. This is total. Okay. Y paid. Y means consignee. Consignee paid for advertisement 600. Rent and taxes 1000. This is the third item in the consignment account. In the consignment account, third item, expenses paid by consignee. Expenses paid by consignee 1600. Okay. Then commission. Commission 5% and 1%. Commission is 5% and 1% on gross sale or gross receipt on total sale value. Okay. So you calculate 5% on total sale value as general commission and 1% of the total sale as dull creditor commission. This is the fourth item. Fourth item on the consignment account debit side. ನಾಲ್ಕನೇ ಐಟಮ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನೇ ಕಮಿಷನ್. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಬೈಪಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ವಾಸ್ remitted by bank draft. Balance amount was remitted by bank draft means account settled by bank. Account settled by bank draft. It is nothing but consignee account close. You close the consignee account and give the name bank. So consignee close his account by bank draft. So after closing the consignee account, whatever balance comes, for that balance you write as to bank or by bank. To bank or by bank. Then they ask to prepare necessary accounts in the books of consignor, necessary accounts in the books of consignee. Both the party. Okay, both the party. So I already given the format. In that format, I will fill the amounts. Okay. You see here. In Saria Nenpitugodi, closing stock Nimukudula. Yelly branch account naga closing stock kurtid. Branch account naga closing stock kurtid. Ili closing stock Kudula, Niva calculate Madbe. Saria Nenpitugodi. Okay. Now you see the solution. First, consignment account. Okay, in the consignment account, first item is goods sent to consignment. Goods sent on consignment. Goods sent on consignment means 200 radio into 400. 200 radio kalisidaru, 1,400 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ante. 200 into 400. You multiply and write here. 80,000. 80,000 is the value. Second item, except expenses paid by consignor. Expenses paid by consignor is the second item. To bank. Under to bank, you write 3 items. Expense paid by the consignor, 3. 1, 2, 3. First is packing. Second is freight and forwarding. Third is insurance. 3 items consignor paid. Total of this is 2,000. Clear? First item completed. Second item completed. Third item. To Y of Calcutta means consignee account. Consignee account. Under this, you write expenses paid by Y. Expenses paid by Y are 2. One is rent and taxes. Second is advertisement. These 2 expenses paid by Y. Total 1,600. Okay. First item goods sent on consignment. Second item expense paid by consignor. Third item expense paid by consignee. And fourth item is to Y of Calcutta. It is for commission. It is for commission. 5% commission, 1% commission. I recorded here, but you write after credit side entry. You write these 2 after recording credit side entry. It is not possible to enter the directly. ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದು ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಬರದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೀರಿ. ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಸೇಲ್ ಬರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಬರೀರಿ. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, 1, 2, 3, 4 completed. 1, 2, 3, 4 completed. Then fifth item is discount on bill. Total is 5,808 commission. Discount on bill. This item you may write or you may leave. It is left to you. ಬರೆಯವರಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀರಿ, ಬೇಕರ ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. ಬಿಟ್ರೂ ಸರಿ, ಬರೆದ್ರು ಸರಿ. ಬರೆದ್ರು ಬಿ ಸರಿ, ಬಿಟ್ರು ಬಿ ಸರಿ. ಯಾವ್ದು ನೀವು ಬೇಕು ಮಾಡಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. 6,000 is the bill value. Amount received is 5,900. So discount is 100 rupees. Discount 100 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತು 5,900 ಯಾರು ಬರ್ದೇರಿ. 5,900 cash received. 5,900 is the cash received. Okay. ಈ 5 ಐಟಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾವೋ, 5ರಾಗ 4 ಅಂತೂ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. 4 ಬರೀರಿ, 5ನೇದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. First is goods sent on consignment. Second is expense paid by consignor. Third is expense paid by consignee. Fourth is consignee commission. Credit side first is by Y of Calcutta. This is for sale transaction. This is for sale transaction. Under this first you write cash. Cash sale 136 reduced 600, 81,600. So right note. Rope Marid. Then Sen and Company 20 radios 640 12,800. Cash sale, credit sale. Own purchase. Our son to 4 radio 600 into 4 into 600 2,400. You take the total of this. The total of this is 96,800. 96,800. Okay, on this 96,800, on this 96,800, you calculate 5%. You calculate 5%. 5% of 96,400 is 4,840. 5% commission. And next commission is 1%. On this 96,800, you calculate 1%. You calculate 1%. But direct na bardan nimbaryak bolula. But leave barkori, antrin tumbri. Clear? This is the point you remember. This is the first item. Y and company account. After this, second item is goods returned to consignor. Goods return is not given in the problem. And next is abnormal loss. Abnormal loss is also not in the problem. And last item, that is your item. Last item is your item, that is closing stock. Closing stock will not be given in the problem. Remember this point. You calculate closing stock. You calculate closing stock. Okay. How many radios are there with consignee? 200 radios consigned. Out of 200 radios, 160 sold. 160 sold. Then what is the remaining radio? 40 is the remaining radio. That 40 is called as closing stock quantity. Closing stock quantity. 40 into cost of each. Cost of one radio is 400. Okay, cost of one radio is 400. So 400 into 40. 400 into 40 is called as 16,000. 16,000 is the cost plus proportionate expenses. Plus proportionate expense means you have to take non-recurring expense. Rent is recurring, advertisement is recurring, packing, freight, insurance. These three are the non-recurring expense, 2,000. 2,000 expense for 200 radio. 2,000 is the expense for 200 radio. What is the expense for one radio? Anyone tell me? 2,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಬಂದೈತಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಕಳ್ಸಾಕ. 200 ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಾಕ 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಬಂದೈತಿ. ಒಂದು ರೇಡಿಯೋಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಖರ್ಚು ಬರ್ತೈತಿ? Anyone tell me? For 200 radio, 2,000 is the expense incurred. What is the expense for one radio? Hurry up.
10 rupee.
10 rupee. For one radio, 10 rupee. For one radio, 10 rupee. Then what is the expense for remaining 40 radio? What is the expense for remaining 40 radio?
400.
400. Cost of radio is 400 each. 400 into 40 is the cost. 400 into 40, what is total? 40 radios are there. Cost of each is 400. What is the total cost? 400 into 40.
16,000.
16,000 is the cost. Then 400 is the expense. 16,000 is the cost. 400 is the expense. What is the total value?
400.
16,400. Okay. In this way, you calculate and close this account. Close this account, total is this much. Whatever balance comes, that balance you transfer to general P&L account. This is the general P&L account. Okay. First account clear. This first account is right note. Clear right now? 16,400. I'll write the working note. I'll show the working note. Then come to the next. Consignment, goods sent on consignment account. This is same as a branch account. Branch account again, what is other? Okay. You see this. Goods sent on consignment. This goods sent on consignment comes here. 80,000. There is no other item. You close the account. Whatever balance comes, that balance goes to trading account. In the credit side, you write by consignment 80,000. Total 80,000. To trading account 80,000. Only one consignment. Only one goods sent on consignment is there. One consignment account at the mality, goods sent on consignment one day, at the credit side, very consignment account on the close my balance degree. Mugit. Yaudo? Goods sent on consignment. Next account is Y of Kolkata account. Y of Kolkata account. First, here you write first consignment account, total sale. You take this amount from that credit side item. Sale birthday total. Adna il bari detail bari ila to total bari. Cash sale, credit sale, purchase. You write or leave. Okay. Credit side. First is for advance. Advance received is 6,000. First item advance received. Second item consignment. Expenses paid by consignee. Third item, by consignment account, commission. You copy these three items. You copy these three items from the consignment account in the reverse order, in the opposite side. Copy ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ. Close the account. You close the account. Whatever balance comes, you write as a bank, cash or bills. Here you write bank because account settled by bank. ಇಲ್ಲಿ account ಅನ್ನ bank ಖಾತೆ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮುಚ್ಚಿದಾರಂತ ಐತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕ ಏನ್ ಬರೀರಿ buy bank ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೇ buy bank ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಈ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಒಂದನೇದು ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್, ಎರಡನೇದು ಕನ್ಸೈನಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್, ಮೂರನೇದು ಕನ್ಸೈನಿ ಕಮಿಷನ್. ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಒಂದ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ ಸೇಲ್. ಇದು ಮ್ಯಾಲಿಂದ ತಗೋರಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಲಿನ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನಾಗ ಇದಾವ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಅವನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ದಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇದ್ದು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ, ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇದ್ದು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದ್ಯಾವುದು ಕನ್ಸೈನಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಕನ್ಸೈನಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನೇಟ್ ನಾನ್ ರೆಕರಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್. ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನೇಟ್ ನಾನ್ ರೆಕರಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ 40 into 400 ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. 40 ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಉಳಿದವು ಇಂಟು 400 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 2000 into ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೋಟಲ್ ರೇಡಿಯೋ. ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನೇಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರ remaining 40 radio divided by total radio 200. Like this you take. If you calculate this 16,000 plus 400.